Here's my RZR after a ride we did yesterday, about an 80 miler. I would like to do a video on cleaning her up. As you can see, she got pretty muddy. Still got tree limbs hanging, pine needles jammed in it, you know. Underside's bad, pretty thick mud. And in this video, I'm going to be doing some power washing on it, and also different types of soap that I might use, how it looks before it's waxed and after it's waxed to get the shine. Because there's been a few times I go out riding and a couple people ask me, how do you get it so clean? And I know there's other videos out on YouTube and elsewhere of people cleaning, you know, different products and stuff, and none are wrong. I just want to say that in the beginning, that none of the products are wrong that you use. Whatever works best for you. And I've used quite a different array of products, and the ones I like best are the ones that I use, just like everybody else. So I'm going to set this on a tripod. I'm going to dig the power washer out, and then I'm going to first spray it down and get all the heavy gunk off of it. And then from there I'm going to do my mixture of cleaner, and I actually put it on with a 1-gallon spray bottle, and then I power wash it again quickly, and then I wipe it down with a dry cloth, and then after that I shine her up. So let's get started on this project. Okay, here we go with phase one. Time to get the seats out and get other accessories off the box. I got the power washer hooked up, and we'll get started here. Well, it looks like the battery went dead in the middle of my power washing. But anyway, you all know how that's done anyway. But what I really wanted to point out here is, look how clean this looks. I mean, it's just like shining. And all I did was power wash it. I did nothing else. But I can't actually prove it since the battery went dead. But anyway, all I did was just power wash it, and it looks really shiny. A lot of guys advertise these products, you know, spray this on and after you wash it, this is the way it looks. Well, I've always seen pictures and stuff of the machine when it's wet, not when it dries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this dry, and then I'm going to give you some good close-ups of how it really looks after it dries. How nice and shiny that it will not be. Now, I didn't put any chemical cleaners on or anything. All I did was just power wash, straight water. And the next phase, I am going to put a cleaner on it and then hit it again with the power washer. Now, normally I don't leave it dry before I do the cleaner. I just spray the cleaner on and then, you know, power wash it again. And then I usually dry wipe it with a towel. But for this video, I want this to dry and see what it looks like. So we'll be back after this dries. Okay, I'm back. Well, the machine dried a little bit. While I was waiting on it to dry, I looked back on the video, and I did get most of the power washing done. When I went to the camera, I seen that it was shut off, and I thought that it might not have gotten a lot of the power washing in, but it actually did. But anyway, here is what it looks like with just power washing. I don't know if you can pick that up or not, because this camera really does kind of suck. But you can clearly see how dirty the machine still is. You know, I mean, it's dirty. Like I said, I didn't use any chemical. After chemical, it does get cleaner, but the only really good way to get a lot of it off is, you know, with a rag, you know, and a cleaner, just like you would do your truck or car to wipe everything down. But I don't want to go through all that wiping so many times, since I wipe it to polish it up. You see here in the rims. Let's go around the other side here. See if it looks any different. Now, the first power wash, it's kind of quick. You know, you go over it, you get most of it off, because I know it's going to look like this. You know, you're going to have these mud streaks coming off of it if this camera's picking it up. The rims here, you know, definitely, you know, it hardly even looks like you done anything. You know, but when it was wet, you could see that it looked clean. But in reality, it wasn't. You know, it wasn't. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the cleaner. Well, I've already got it out. I prepped it. And but I'm going to show you what I like to use. I set it back here. Some Tide. Zep truck and trailer. It's supposed to be 1 part to 25 part, but I just dumped some in. Totally awesome. This stuff's cheap and it does work. I mean, but you can't dilute it in all actuality. If you want it to work really good, you got to keep that stuff straight. Now that's what I put in, and I had some of this. I bought this Slick off-road wash about a year ago. It works okay on its own. I'm not gonna put the product down. I mean, it does work okay on its own. But in my personal opinion, instead of spending the money for this, you can get cheaper stuff. If you want, you can just use this. You know, just do like half of this with half water. You know, this stuff is cheap. You know, I think this big thing here is like $4 at the dollar store. And look at that, as seen on TV, and the stuff actually works. So, and the truck and trailer wash, that works. I bought a 5-gallon pail of it, so I do have a good bit of it, so I put it in a gallon jug there. And then I put it in this little gallon jug here, and put it in and stir it up. Now I do use hot water in there. Whether it helps or not, I don't know. But I left this stuff here unclean on purpose without power washing it first, because what I want to do is spray the chemical on it, or the washer, I shouldn't say chemical, the wash stuff, and then I'm gonna wash it, you know. But it doesn't work with, you know, thick mud. You know, if you go out for a small ride and, you know, the machine's not real thick with mud, you know, I think you can get away with spraying it down first and then power washing it. But the thick mud, you know, obviously we know it's not going to get through. So, but, and I also apologize, I've seen the cameras moving around a good bit, and I know better. I should be having it more steady. But okay, here we go on to the next part of this cleaning project. I'm going to spray it down, and then I'm going to power wash it again. And I'm going to leave this out for this video. Now I just want to show you again how nice and shiny it is. Oop, I kicked the tripod. When it's wet. Now to me it looks even more shinier than the first time. I don't know if it's picking up in, you know, with the camera, but in person it's definitely shinier. The cleaner, definitely you can see it eat the mud off of it, the residue. That's why you got to use at least something. But we're gonna leave this dry again, and you know, and then I'm gonna come back out and show you what it looks like, you know, when it's dry after the cleaner. Now in this phase I do pop the hood. You can see all my wiring and stuff in there. I don't hit that hard with the power washer. I missed over it. You don't want to blow anything real hard inside of that. I spray the cleaner in around it, that way it can clean it, and then all I need to do rather is just mist it with the power washer, and you can see it cleans it pretty good. I should have showed it before on it, but it was just as muddy with the residue as the rest of the machine. We'll walk around this side here. And it looks pretty good when it's wet. It'd be awesome if it stayed like that and I wouldn't have to shine it up, but the plastics dull out, you know, if you don't use a shiner on it. Now, you know, most people just power wash them off and that's good, and it, you know, to each his own on it. I enjoy doing this, or otherwise I wouldn't do it. You know, it's not for everybody, you know, but there are some of us out there that are kind of anal about it. After we go riding, we like to clean our machines pretty good. And then here's the other stuff that I had laying off to the side. And you can see how that was really muddy, and it looks really good. Like I said, if the machine wouldn't be super bad, you know, with thick mud, I would just put the cleaner on it and be done with it. But you can't do that when it's real thick. So, okay, then I'll be back after this dries. I'm back again. Now, I just finished, you know, power washing it again after the cleaner. And now you can clearly see how much cleaner it actually is. Now the sun's out, you know, so cleaner does make a big difference. It certainly does. Now I didn't do any wiping on it, as you see in the video. I didn't wipe anything, and you can see that, you know, you still miss some, you know, like right there you can see, and you know, but for the most part, you know, it's way better than what it was with just water. I'm gonna walk around here and get some more close-up pictures here. Here's you know, here in the side here, you know, to me, this is why I like to shine it up, because still, even after the cleaner, it still looks like this. And the whole purpose, like I said, of me doing this video is, you know, you see, like I had said before, you know, these people advertising these products, you know, spray this on and shine it up, and then, you know, just power wash it and it stays shiny. And I'm finding that to be false, unless someone has something out there, you know. Now I've even used RZR and done it, and it still come out like this when I was done. So now I just use a cheap shiner, you know, just something to shine it up that's cheap. I used them, you know, Maguire's, which I'll be showing you here. But I just wanted to show everybody when this is dry that the plastics are still really dull, you know, in color. And I'm hoping the camera's picking it up. With the sun out, it's worse, and this, I don't know how to go into the adjustments and make it any better. But you can see the mirror here. Now, you'll see a difference after I shine it, that, you know, it's gonna be shiny, more like detailed, I should say. And there's a front rim. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna move it. I like to move it over to the black top and shine it all up and get it out of the wet grass, and that way when I'm done I can just pull it into the garage. But anyway, the baby is getting clean. She's getting her bath. Okay, I'm back again. I'm going to show you what I like to use to shine it up. Here's some Meguiar's Supreme Shine. I don't know if this is coming out on the video or not since I have it on a tripod, but I believe it is. Meguiar's Supreme Shine. And then also, this is from the Dollar Tree. This is only $1. It's a tire shine. And I'd like to use this for underneath. Up in here. Because you don't need anything, you know, spectacular. I just spray it on. All it does is just shine it up. And this Meguiar's, this is like $4. You can get it on Amazon. I buy, you know, usually like 6 at a time. Because it will take one of these and a partial of this for underneath. So maybe not quite one of these with this. It generally takes one full bottle. So anyway, and I use a microfiber rag here, so my head might be getting cut off, but microfiber rag, some tire shine, and some Meguiar's. And here we go. This is where the magic starts. Time to shine her up. Had to get another bottle. That one's about empty. One thing I forgot to mention is when I spray this on, it's like a little white, but it does dry clear. Also, I spray it and leave it sit a little bit. I found out it thickens up, and it actually works better if you leave it, you know, almost dry on its own before you wipe it. Now there are some other products that you don't have to wipe. That SC1, that's a good product, but you know, it $10 a can, or if you get it on Amazon, you can get a whole case, I believe, for $100. You know, it's you know, it's all in price. What you want to use is all different kinds. Like I said, I've used the RZR. That's worked fine. I've used the SC1. That works great. But just for the cost, that's the only reason why I use this. Okay, it's all shined up. The battery had gone dead again while I was in the middle of shining it. Turned out good with the Meguiar's Supreme Shine. As you can see, the plastics look really good. You can see the little scratches in it, but they're not as predominant as, you know, as if you don't shine it. And now it is shined. It will look like this. It's dry, it's done. You know, not like whenever it was power washed and, you know, and nothing on it. You could see how dull the plastic was. It just didn't look so nice. But now, you know, it looks really, really good. It turned out really nice once again. Took some time. It took about 3 hours because of making the video. It took a little longer. But generally it's about 2 hours. But yeah, it turned out nice. Nice and shiny the way I like it. Inside the cab. I like doing inside the cab. Some people say, why do you do inside the cab? It gets slippery and steering wheel and stuff. Well, by the time as soon as you get out riding, you know, with boots on in there and, you know, gloves on the steering wheel, it's not slippery. I like to do up underneath. That's nice and shiny, looks good. Everything's pretty detailed. You know, it's not perfect. You know, it could be done better. It's not showroom quality, but you know, it's close. I'm not showing it. I'm gonna ride it again and get it muddy. And like I said, it's, you know, my own opinion, you know, how I do this. There's no right or wrong way on how you want to shine it, as long as it looks good, you know, to you and the end result. That's all that matters. So I want to thank everybody for watching this video, and get out there and ride, and like we always say, happy trail riding.